Hello, and welcome to Creative Practice with Greg Zabel. Today we're answering the question, how can you practice La Fiesta? La Fiesta is a composition by jazz pianist Chick Corea. It's one of my all-time favorite jazz compositions by one of my all-time favorite jazz musicians. I compiled a page based on this composition to help students develop their technique and expand their ears. First, we want to apply some accompaniment rhythms to these chords so that we could back up musicians who are playing the melody. On the piano, I'll be using my two-handed approach that I demonstrate in my How Can You Make Your Piano Chords More Professional video.
On line 1, we have nothing but major chords, so I'll have 4 half steps for that happy major sound in my right hand. The first rhythm is a dotted half note, 3 beats. We'll fill up the bar. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. The second rhythm is a half note followed by a quarter note on beat 3. It sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. The third rhythm will be all quarter notes. You can experiment by playing it in a waltz feel. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Or in a way that breaks it up between the hands. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Let's try 2 pulses in the measure, 1 on beat 1, 1 on the end of 2. Sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
And lastly, we can use the rhythm that Chick played when he performed this song.
1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3.
On lines 2 through 4, we have some chords that are not just major chords. They're a little more dissonant in most cases, and their sounds like what Chick would play when he improvised on this tune.
On line 2, when it says E minor, this is the first minor chord to appear on this page, it says lower the third 1/2 step. That's telling you the change that you have to make to the major chord you started with on the first line. So you lower the third, that's the third finger, as well as it's the third of the chord. So now we have E minor. Later on line 2, it says G sus2, and the instruction in that measure says lower the third 1 whole step. So here's the third of the chord, and lowering it 1 whole step would be A natural. And I see that my second finger's in the neighborhood, so that feels most comfortable to me to play that chord. And the second to last chord on the measure is E sus4. That tells us to raise the third 1/2 step. So here's the third of the major chord. We take it up 1/2 step to the next white key, and actually I can use my 4th finger because it's in the neighborhood already. It sounds like this. So here's line 2. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3.
When you practice this, you'll want to observe the repeats so that you'll hear how the chords change from that ending. Sus4 resolves to major, but then we're devastatingly brought back to the minor at the beginning of the line.
On line 3, we have 2 new chords. One of them is an F Lydian chord. It tells us to raise the third 1 whole step. So here's F major with the A natural, but raise the third 1 whole step. Again, my 4th finger is in the neighborhood to play this chord. Sounds like this. And then at the end, we have E Phrygian. It asks us to lower the third 3 half steps. So that's major, down 1, 2, 3 half steps, right next to each other. The E and the F sounds like this.
Now, when you first hear that, it sounds like a wrong note. But the more you play this, the more you'll accept it as a legal sound to play in this chord progression.
Line 3 sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3.
And lastly, line 4 features no new chords, but you are supposed to transfer your knowledge learned on the previous lines to this new chord progression.
Sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3.
We experimented with 5 accompaniment rhythms to play over these chord progressions, but realized that you can mix and match between those and also create your own rhythms. Stay tuned to the channel for part 2, which will explore playing arpeggios on these chord progressions. Thanks so much for watching, and have fun being creative.